Is this the Madrid side? Is this Madrid side the one to bring an end to Barcelona's unbeaten run?
I tell you the truth, I don't care. They won the league, Barcelona. Who cares? Of course you're going to play. You got 110,000 people watching at the stadium. It's going to be packed out. It's a clásico. But they won the league. They won the Copa del Rey. You want to win the game because you don't want to lose against Real Madrid. Okay? But if they lose, nothing's going to happen.
I think the narrative on this game, though, is that not just on the result, but the fact that, well, it is the result that's all that's going to matter in this game. But I think for Barcelona, they want to really rub it into Real Madrid's face, that they're the champions of Spain, but in an authoritative way. And it's Real Madrid's got the opportunity to really stick their finger in the eye of this Barcelona team by tripping them up and stopping that unbeaten run. I mean, that is meaningful. How much does it mean more for Barcelona over Real Madrid? I actually think it does mean more for Barcelona. I think they'll be really primed. They're catching Real Madrid emotionally off an unbelievable high. The third Champions League, they're a little bit tired physically. This is an opportunity for Barcelona to really put the flaming spear in the ground.
I agree with you 100%. I think important for Valverde, because if he gets the win, maybe people will eventually go, you know what, it has been a good season. If they get a really good win, and then you assume they remain unbeaten to the end of the season. Two solid wins over Real Madrid. And it'll be 18 points that they would be ahead of Real Madrid, the biggest margin ever.
Exactly.
The fans care, the players care.
That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. It will be meaningful if Barcelona make it an authoritative win. It'll make. I totally agree, Tommy.
You used the word beauty. It's the total opposite. It's the most functional, consistently ruthless team in La Liga that I've seen in 10 years of Barcelona. Yes, they're undefeated. Well done, and I mean that sincerely. But you know what? They're not fun to watch anymore with the occasion that they're really on. Valverde in that 4-4-2 right now, let's be real honest, he mismanaged his team throughout the season. Is being undefeated that important? The reason why they lost in Roma was because Messi-dependent team, when he's off, which he was in that game, and you don't use a sub till the 80th minute, and your starting 11 is poor, then you can talk about, you know what, this season might not be great. Saying that, the double is pretty darn good, but you know what? You talk about Barcelona wants to put in a knife, Real Madrid wants to do. How great for Madrid to win this game.
Messi dependent, and you could say Real Madrid or Ronaldo dependent.
So
without Ronaldo playing well, Real Madrid
by the way.
If Real Madrid want to put in the knife,
against Bayern,
we're 3 weeks away from the Champions League final. Should Zidane be resting some of his big names?
Well, he's going to see them. He saw them today. He's going to see them tomorrow, and then he's going to decide. I think no one's going to play that's not feeling good or have a little bit of injury problems. He's got to think about, for me, if I'm a coach, okay, Sunday's an important game, okay, but in 15, 20 days, I got the biggest game of the season. 4 Champions League finals in 5 years. That's what counts. So I'm going to prepare. Of course, Sunday, but I've got in 20 days, biggest match of the year.
And this isn't the only game that Real Madrid have got a tough game on their hands. They've got 3 tough away games at Barcelona, at Sevilla, and Villarreal as well. So
do they care about those?
That's the thing.
But Sevilla doesn't mean anything.
So, no, this does.
This weekend
fitness
does.
of players, injuries, niggling injuries, he's not going to take a risk. And Rocky is right. They're going to play their best 11 because they want to win. On Wednesday, you know what? They fly from Barcelona, 6 guys, back to Madrid, forget about going to Sevilla, and then at home, we'll figure it out again. So Zidane is in a good position also to figure out what is my best right back if Carvajal cannot play in the finals.
Yeah, that's good luck with that one. I mean, the way Vasquez played in the head, bring Modric back to cover him. But again, credit to Zidane on how he's massaged this team throughout the season. And the priority has been the Champions League. They've denied it, but we all know that it's true. They've had 32 players that he's used this season, and he's done it wonderfully.
Could he perhaps throw Bale in for this match? Could he? Because Bale's ready to go. Maybe it's one of those matches where you want to arrest someone and you chuck him on and say, right, I'm unleashing you, show me what you can
release the hound.
Now, if the panel were Star Wars cast members, we've decided that Bobo Vieri would be Han Solo, Ray Hudson.
Why?
Yoda, you are.
Han Solo
You're Yoda.
with him. Yeah, very good. Han Solo. I'm Yoda.
You're Yoda. So I'm
Ray the girl, man. Ray.
Right,
You want to be the
Ray.
girl, rather?
No, I'll stick with Yoda. I'll stick with Yoda.
Rongan's Jar Jar Binks. And Gary, you are C-3PO.
Who's that?
I'm the robot.
That's out of order,
Now,
Tommy.
do
You're
not
better
even
looking than
assume-
Jar Jar Binks, that
Oh, I
lad.
don't know.
Do not even assume that I'm Princess Leia, because on this show tonight, I'm Darth Vader, so Thomas, beware.
The Force.
Okay, we have got a big beautiful
what's this show
presence
becoming?
in Barcelona ahead of the game. Ken Egan and Jamie Easton can join us now to discuss fitness, the future, what this Clásico means for Ernesto Valverde, and whether it's the last time we see a certain trio. Kevin.
Yeah, cheers, Kay. Welcome into sunny Barcelona. Nah,
It's like Dublin.
It's like Dublin, isn't it? All right, the big news on the ground. Andres Iniesta trained today. Crucial for Barcelona. The fans at the Camp Nou want to give him the tribute that he deserves. He signed back in 1996 as a young kid, Jamie. So for you, as someone who lives in Barcelona, this will be a huge moment.
Yeah, that's great news for Barcelona fans, because everybody wanted to see Barcelona captain playing his last Clásico at the Camp Nou, giving all the homage he has to be given. And somebody in Spain is even talking, will there be a guard of honor, but not from Real Madrid players towards Barcelona players, but from Barca and Real Madrid players towards Iniesta. It's in all the media in Spain, and there's some controversy as well around that.
Yeah, Rafael Varane, in terms of Real Madrid, is currently looking doubtful, as is Isco, though. And we'd love to see Isco on the same pitch as Iniesta for Iniesta's final Clásico, because there's lots of talk here that in many ways he is the heir to Andres Iniesta's throne.
Yeah, every sees Isco as Iniesta's replacement, is talking about the Spanish national team, but there's another name they're putting out, and this Marco Asensio.
Okay.
You know him?
I do.
Yeah.
I do, fair enough. Ernesto Valverde. Many people talking about the importance of this Clásico. For Ernesto Valverde, it's absolutely huge. He's got that unbeaten streak, Jamie, but there's also the cups that are hanging over him. That loss to Espanyol very late on in the Copa del Rey, as well as obviously the game against Roma in the Champions League.
Yeah, but it seems like Ernesto Valverde is being criticised in Barcelona, but he has been hugely criticised for what happened in Rome. Somebody still doesn't forgive that. But the thing is that if you take a look at the whole season, when he started, they promised him a better squad. Neymar left, and the Super Cup against Real Madrid in August was awful for Barcelona. Nobody knew here in Barcelona. In fact, they would always say Barcelona will win no trophies this season, and they win a double. It's a historic double, so take some credit.
Is this the last time we'll see the BBC in a Clásico?
It can be the last time, yeah. I'm sure it will be the last time, in fact.
What, are you friends with Florentino Perez?
Close.
Gareth Bale, contract to 2022, he looks set to leave. Karim Benzema, though, phenomenal performance against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Maybe a few games to go to convince Los Blancos that he should stay.
I really don't know that, but I've been following Real Madrid throughout the season. He has been booed and whistled every single time at the Bernabeu, but the last game, he was the best player for Real Madrid against Bayern Munich. Probably they are in the final because of Karim Benzema. So I don't know if that will change Real Madrid's plans.
Okay, we're in the early hours of Saturday morning here in Barcelona, meaning it's Clásico weekend. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Kevin and Jamie. Clásico always boasting the world's best outfield players, but let's talk about the goalkeepers. Who's the best keeper, Ter Stegen or Keylor Navas? Gary.
It's very close. They're two fantastic keepers. I would probably just go to Stegen because while they both make great saves, Ter Stegen's better in the air. He's stronger, he's more dominant, he's got a better organised defence. But Keylor does make some wonderful reflex saves. But if looking over a season, I would just go for Ter Stegen.
I think Ter Stegen has improved this season, and he's had to because they have needed him. For me, Keylor Navas. I mean, this is the perfect goalkeeper for Real Madrid. His dynamism on the line, off of the line, making the dynamic types of saves when his team are found out, because this Real Madrid team, they showed those vulnerabilities consistently, and consistently the Costa Rica man has been there every time to save them and keep them in games, and letting Cristiano and the rest to win. All the time, Thomas. He's the most underrated goalkeeper in the world.
Why do we still hear the talk of David De Gea?
Because they're
Why is it
idiots.
still being questioned?
Because De Gea is just phenomenal. I mean, he's absolutely brilliant. I mean, you can also pick one or two errors, not many, but Juventus, third goal, spills a bad one. Yeah. It's just that David De Gea has.
He doesn't make mistakes.
It does. That's the problem with him.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Over a season.
Everyone makes mistakes during a season. Goalkeepers, defenders, strikers, midfielders.
If you look at the
coaches, presidents, everyone.
Look at the top 5 keepers in the world. Kayla, for me, wouldn't be at number 1. You would have the De Geas, you would have the Neuers, assuming he's fit. You'd even have Oblak above him. So while he's maybe top 5, I don't think he's better than some of the others.
You want to talk about his size, maybe, Gary Bailey? I hear that. He's a small goalkeeper. In the modern game, he can exist, but he reflexes.
He's not good on crosses.
He wouldn't make the saves if he wasn't that diminutive. He really wouldn't.
Absolutely right.
He's put this club has put the faith in Kayla, and he has backed them up all the time. I get what you're saying, Gary, and I think either it'll be Courtois, in all likelihood, that'll come to Real Madrid, but the president is saying Kayla's not going.
He's done well.
You've got to speak with the coach because he decides. There's no president, there's no director, there's no. The coach decides if he wants Navas or he wants something else.
Zidane.
I text him last night at 5 in the morning.
Eddie Madrid and Liverpool.
Snake pit.
And this season's Champions League finalists, but we aren't going to ask you who's going to win because we've got loads of time to do that. Instead, we're asking if the two are deserving of their spot in the final. Ray?
They're totally deserving of their place in the final because the best team wins and all the rest of it is truly gossip. But there's so many other teams, Juventus, Manchester City, Juve, that can look up and say, you know, we deserved to be there. They didn't get the calls, there was bad luck involved, on and on, but you kind of take it away. These two teams deserve to be there for sure, but hey, listen, if we look at it through a different set of prisms, there's teams that really... Bayern Munich, how the hell did I leave Bayern Munich out? Bayern Munich deserved to be in the Champions League final,
it's a bit of luck as well, isn't it? It's a bit of luck, because you think of PSG, Neymar gets injured, and if he doesn't get injured, they might go through. Manchester City lost at Anfield 4-3 the first time. If they only lost 4-3, they could have overturned a comeback.
If I win the lottery,
I know,
you know where I am now? I'm just saying that I think Real Madrid is a team that deserves it more than everyone. Why? Because they beat the French champions, the German champions, and the Italian champions.
Well said.
They beat 3 fantastic teams.
And it's nice to see refreshing that Liverpool is there, by the way. Liverpool's got more goals than any other team. The trident of Liverpool, all right, which is the FMS, Firmino, Salah, and Mane, okay? They have, write it down, 29 goals. More than the BBC had, by the way, in 2013-14, when they had 28. So this is the best trident in soccer. And Klopp, it's heavy metal football, baby. We go forward, all right? High-intensity burst to suffocate the opponent. No playmaker. Who's the playmaker for Liverpool? You know what? Gegenpressing is the playmaker. Win the ball, going forward, and then take your rest when you have the ball as well.
The complete nature of Liverpool Football Club isn't always totally reliant on them front three. But that is exactly what Thomas is saying. You look at Van Dijk, the incredible reaction that he has taken place. He looks cheap at the money that they paid him. It really does. The goalkeeper worries me really badly, Gary. He really does. But the front three are the difference makers. And if Real Madrid aren't super sharp, this team will punish them. Any one of the three.
I think credit also to Klopp, because Real Madrid have the money to buy the best players in most positions. But this Trent Alexander-Arnold, where did he come from?
Said. Academy.
The academy. Karius, even though he's been
Andy
a bit
Robertson.
on and off. Andy Robertson. So you're looking at Klopp going, he's achieved this fantastic, to get to the final. Wonderful. They're brilliant going forward, and
so
he's had to buy cleverly and bring in kids.
The coach of the year, Zidane or Klopp?
Depends who wins it.
Klopp.
Yeah, depends who wins it.
Leading assist man in the Champions League right now. Tell me, who?
Liverpool.
James Milner. James Milner. That sums it up pretty much.
Newcastle United, baby.